It's been 43 years since I graduated from LCC and the University of Hawaii. Really thankful for those that supported me, the counselors, the mentors that guided me when I wanted to give up. And, even though it's been 43 years, I still have things I want to do, but I've accomplished a lot thanks to UH and LCC. My gosh, I've published 7 books, and one of them, actually two, I think I'm looking to blend and create a film. I've also done some films with friends as well too. I've had 12 music songs copywritten as well, and still continuing to produce and create out there. But there are others, the youngsters that are up and coming from all the schools throughout Hawaii, and from those who want to attend University of Hawaii and LCC from other places, they need our help. They need our kokua. So for this year, April 9th on Giving Day, I hope you'll join me and be generous in donating to the UH Foundation on Giving Day. Mahalo. Welcome back to Boysans Place. Hey, let's talk story. So one of the things that I do is I have a Hawaiian Pidgin English page on Facebook that I've had for a few years now. It's called HPE, so short for, I guess, the acronym for Hawaiian Pidgin English. And if you're not familiar with Hawaiian Pidgin English, in Hawaii, where I'm from, there's so many cultures that have converged. Oh my gosh, from like the turn of the 19th century, and a lot of the workers that the sugar plantation Hawaii Sugar Planters Association had brought in from other countries. um, uh, these people that came from Asia and other parts of the world had to communicate with each other even though they had different languages, and so they found common ground in using their own languages with the English language, which turned out to be Pidgin English. Um, and in that case, Hawaiian Pidgin English. So there were Japanese, Hawaiians, Chinese, Koreans, Filipinos, Puerto Ricans, um, Samoans, and many others. And so with that, a lot of the folks have shared the languages from their own tongues and mixed it with English. And so a lot of the children who grew up in Hawaii, like myself, speak that. And so even though, a lot of us have gone on and gotten, our degrees in college and whatnot, we still remember how to speak. And so I created this page on Facebook some years back so that, those of us who still speak it or want to, communicate with each other, we share that. And so uh, one of the things that I've done, and I haven't been good at doing that often, is called the HPE Word of the Day. And so I was thinking the other day, my good friend Kamaka Brown and I, we talk all the time and we share a lot of fun things. And he's just a fun comedian. I'm just glad that he's brought me into his circle. But after we were speaking, this word that my cousin Eddie said when we were kids just struck me, and I said, "Oh my God, yeah, I got to do the word of the day again." And so I'm gonna play that here after this, and then I'll come back and then, if you'd like to comment, I'd welcome that as well. All right. So here we go. Okay, short HPE break. Kind of new word for some of you guys, but
This is for my cousin Eddie in Wailua. Eddie boy, if you remember, you came up with this word when we was small kid time, right? You asked me one time, "Hey, what you gonna do last today?" I was like, "Last today? Like when was last today? The day before that?" Anyway, the word is last today. Lastaday. Go figure. Have a good day.
All right, welcome back. So, I don't know if you get it, especially if you're not familiar with Hawaiian Pidgin English, but for those of us who grew up with it, it's a lot of fun. There was um, yeah, Lastaday. There was a college professor, a late college professor, mentor of mine, Kay Yamada, we call her Auntie Kay in my family. Um, great, great person, good heart. She told me once we were sitting, she said, I grew up with pigeon too, but I don't think there's a place for that anymore. And I could see where she was coming from, because if you wanted to get ahead in life, you had to speak proper English, but it was no sense of disrespect for us in the younger generation, but it was something that in many ways where we all sort of connected as kids growing up in Hawaii and connected with other cultures, which is just a beautiful thing because you got to learn a lot about your friends who are from a different part of the world. And also with our parents, because, they're the ones, and our grandparents, they're the ones who had to communicate and get along with those people that they worked with, the others, they came from other parts of the world. And not only with the language, but we learned a lot with the cultures. Like I'd go to the Obon dances, where, the those of the Shinto faith, the Buddhist temples, they'd have this annual celebration, of the dead in the summer, and we go and enjoy, just jump in and dance with them, even though we didn't know what we were doing. We'd eat the foods, that they, prepare sushi and barbecue stick and things like that. So we learned about that. Then, if you went to like our neighbor across the street was Korean, and Mr. Ueno, that was his name. He used to celebrate New Year's with us every year with my dad, and they put up this huge pole and they burn fire, this long string of fireworks. And that was kind of just the thing that they did. And then a lot of my dad's friends came to learn about the Filipino culture, and then on my mom's side, the Samoan culture. And then with my mother, she got along well with a lot of the Hawaiians because the language between Samoans and Hawaiians are very similar. So I can go on and on and on with all the different. Oh, my adopted grandmother, who was Puerto Rican, Grandma Clara. I used to listen to her pray in Latin. The rosary, but she also spoke Spanish with my dad. My dad learned Spanish from his dad in the Philippines. So it was just a beautiful thing with the different languages, and you start to learn the accents of people. And for me, I think what really helped me with growing up in Hawaii and speaking Pidgin English is that it gave me an open mind, that if I met someone like now in California, if I met someone from another part of the world, maybe I never heard their accent before, but I just would listen to myself and say, oh, okay, so their V's sound like B's. So I know what they're saying then. I just try to figure it out. I wasn't one to just diss someone by saying, hey, speak English. This, to me, that's more disrespectful than anything else. But to learn others' cultures and to try to communicate, because we have to learn to get along and work well with each other. But I just loved the fact that, I had the opportunity to grow up with other folks from other cultures and in Hawaii. And that really helped me in my career and in my life, to get along with others. So, I look forward to other HPE word of the days that may be coming in the future. It may not be as regular, but, if you want to share one as well, share it with me. Send me the word, send me the, information behind that. And then, if you want to do a video, you can send it to me too. Okay, great. Thanks for joining me on Boysan's Place again. And I look forward to you joining me again next time. Aloha. been 43 years since I graduated from LCC in the UH, University of Hawaii, and I've never forgotten all those who have been my mentors. Some have gone already, but they're in my heart, and every time I have a success in my life, I honor them privately. But I owe a lot to the UH system because it opened doors for me, and I still have things I want to accomplish. I'm really, really grateful, really thankful. Even though I'm in San Diego, California, my heart is still at home in Hawaii. We go to the UH games when they come out to play here for basketball, football, and volleyball. But now it's time for us to reach out and support others, the youngsters especially, the youngsters who are up and coming. They have their hopes, they have their dreams, they have their future. They are the future of Hawaii. So on this April 9th on Giving Day, I hope you'll join me in donating generously to the UH Foundation for Hawaii, for UH. Mahalo.